All right, what's up, everyone? Dave here, Sense Everything, and we are back in the garage. And we're actually going to do a video today that I didn't expect to do, placing the window regulator in my truck. There's a lot of videos doing that, but there's not a lot of people who have documented the issues with the offshore manufactured regulator replacements available from pretty much every vendor out there. So it's a bit of Groundhog Day for me because I put this in and encountered that issue. So you're going to ride along with me. All right, sorry for the tight quarters, but last night I did put in a brand new regulator in my door to replace the one that it broke. Unfortunately, it puts the window just shy of going into the seal to make a nice tight seal, and this would whistle going down the road, which is definitely not something that I want. So what I need to do is pop out this regulator and make a modification that I'm going to show you all on the bench, and hopefully anyone else who's doing this swap will watch this video and realize that you got to do this before you put the regulator in the door. Don't be an idiot like me and not do it. All right, my GoPro's being a bit funky, and obviously I don't have a ton of room where I park the truck to film this, but the first step in taking out the window regulator is actually taking out the window. And to do that, there are going to be 4 screws in this channel. They might be clutch head, they might not be clutch head, depending on if this job has been done before and someone has replaced them. I did get some clutch head screwdrivers on Amazon, so I can pop this out no problem, and I've already done it before. Now with the screws removed, you can drop down the regulator so you can pull the window out of the track. So now the regulator is all the way down. The next step to get the window out is you want to rotate the front downwards and then slide it out. Obviously, once the window's out, you want to put it in a very safe spot. Now that the window's out, you just have to remove the screws holding in the regulator. So there's 1, 2, 3 here, and then 4 over here. Once you remove the screws, you can take the regulator out either through here or through the bottom. There is a track here that one of the rollers sits on, so just be aware of that. Now that we've got the regulator out, it's time to make the modifications necessary to get this to go all the way up into the window. All right, I've got the OEM one and the aftermarket one out here so you can see what needs to be done. My OEM one no longer rotates, which is the reason I'm replacing it. The modification that needs to be done is you need to clearance here and here on this piece to be able to allow this regulator to move all the way through the range, kind of similar to how that looks more open there. It's pretty silly, but it's well documented on the Facebook pages around these trucks. So I'm just gonna get that done. We're gonna see where it goes and it should be good. Okay, quick update on how I'm doing it. I am using a carbide burr, and I did use my Dremel a little bit until I ran out of bits to just file out this area nice and cleanly, or as cleanly as can be, so that when this cranks over, it doesn't obstruct it and it goes through the full tooth range. So I've got it all the way to one side right now. And then when I walk it over, this way, sorry, it hits the vise a little bit. It goes to the full range of intended motion. So I'm going to clean up this side here, and then we're going to toss it back in the truck. Modified this now. Now we got to get back in the door. I'd love to say this isn't annoying to do, but it's super annoying, mainly because you need to make sure that all of these go into their correct tracks. This orients the way it's supposed to, and then this orients the way it's supposed to as well. So I am going to mess with that, and hopefully we see some success. Okay, I got this contraption back in. There's one other thing that I need to put in, which is a channel that goes in here, which is what the window rests on and then bolts to ultimately. And it always just falls into the bottom of the door. this channel right here. There's the rollers that you probably saw on the bench, just slides into those. Okay, we're window up now. It is much more secure in the top of the channel. I don't have the play that I was worried about before. You can see that it's really tucked up in there. There isn't going to be any wind. It goes down nice and smooth. Goes back up nice and smooth, tucks in there nice. You get a nice snug feel when you do it here. Just up, boom, it's up. So I think this is going to be great now. I hope that this helped. I know this video shooting it was a little bit tough, just given where the truck is in my garage, and I didn't want to move it. It's about 12 o'clock at night right now. The neighbors don't really appreciate when I crank it up too late. So hopefully this helps some of you out installing the window regulator. I know this is a bit of a quick video, but hopefully it's informative to some of you. All right, so with that, we've knocked off another thing off the to-do list. I can wipe that off the board, and we are steady rolling into the summer. I've got a few more things that I got to knock off, but if you like this video, if this helped you out with your truck, with you installing your regulator, give me a like, a share, subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know. I can put some links to the Amazon clutch head screwdriver kit that I got, and the link to where I got this regulator as well, just to help some of you guys out. But if you do have any questions, just let me know. We'll see you in the next one.